Euphoria. This was a very interesting film right off the bat. It had me guessing and curious and kept me interested along the whole journey. Um, the sound effects was really good. I thought the sound design was key to this, and it was great. Great acting and physicality especially by the main actress. And I love when he says, "What's the hardest key to turn?" Donkey. I just felt like he was trying to distract himself from what he was doing. But then, in the end, it just made me question what's reality here? What really happened? What was it that she was doing when she was, like, her physicality was such at one point before she opened the door that she was possessed or something. So I was a little bit lost on what exactly happened. So it made me just want to see more. It made me want to see this as a longer film or a series so I could see what was going to happen next. So great job.
Right at the beginning of this short film, Euphoria, we can tell how intense it's going to be. I really liked all the symbolism that was included, like the beginning where she's on the floor before entering, and it's like she's probably literally paralyzed by fear of and later in the film when she's suddenly covered in blood, and it's like she feels like the blood from the murder is on her hands when it's not, and she's carrying it around. I also really like the end where as the sun comes up it becomes full screen. I thought that was a really cool cinematic touch.
This film had some beautiful cinematography. I really liked the last shot with her silhouetted against the sunrise. I was a little confused though. Does she get off on murder? Is that what makes her euphoric? Is murdering men, murdering people? Because at first I thought maybe her boyfriend's murdering people, but really I think he was covering up for her over and over again. Then for a second there I was wondering, was he just a figment of her imagination? And then you see his body next to her. So it turns out she's just completely crazy. It's really a psychiatric thing where you're wondering where she's almost out of body when she does things, because it kind of shows that at the convenience store where she's there and somebody else walks in, looks at her and walks out, and then it switches to her in the bloody dress. So it really makes it clear that she's not always aware of what she's doing. Like, she can murder people out of a body and then doesn't really understand what's going on. If this was a very complex film, it was beautifully done. It was something that will stick with the viewer for a long time. It was just so masterful, and it feels like something that you'd have to watch over and over again to get every little clue, because it is so much packed into just one short film.
Euphoria is masterful in turning the horror like genre into like a darker, like grimmer, like version of treatment. It tells about like a woman who kind of like cannibalistic, and she might be like a non-human like existent, and she need to like reconcile with like that part of her life while being like with her husband. I feel like how to portray like this kind of character is hard, but this short film managed to capture like the transition like from like a normal her like to like a monster her. It's like pretty well done here. The camera work is so good. It just show like many like camera angles that kind of like interests us to see like how the story goes, and the lighting like helps in this as well. So I feel like in terms of aesthetic part of this short film kind of like suit with the narrative of the story.